Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just put your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We've got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years, which is amazing. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community here. You've been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out there. I timestamp them as I go. Or you can watch back in like 1.25 speed or something like that. I get through vast swaths of the YouTubes by just upping the speed on most videos. And today, if you've seen me dancing around a little bit, it's because I ended up watching one of those teens react videos this morning with Sarah. Well, we were doing something completely different. It just came up. And so now I have got Backstreet Boys stuck in my head, specifically because of my favorite video, the Halloween video. So yeah. So if you see me, you'll know why. Okay. Anyway. Hello. Ricky says, and the star of the show, the inspiration behind Aerosmith's hit song, Walk This Way. Boo-boos and Kitty. Oh, thank you. He's not in here at the moment, I'm afraid. There was a lot of vacuuming and stuff going on, so he's hiding on the bed in the bedroom right now, but hopefully he'll come through later. All right, we have got amazing. Yes, exactly, Valerie. Yeah, exactly. All right, so I've pulled ye old good old faithful. Let's do some readings here at 2 minutes 30 seconds in pay. Trump better have my money. Give me what you owe me. Erie, Pennsylvania has joined a long list of municipalities who have banned Trump from speaking or holding a rally there until he pays his outstanding bill from the last time he showed up there in 2018. Trump owes them over $35,000. He's supposed to hold a rally on this Saturday, but the mayor will not let it happen. Unless he pays for the last rally and prepays for this one. You want the police doing overtime and all this extra stuff for you? Then you pay them. If not, those police can do their best to keep you shut down. You deadbeat. Thank you, Mrs. Couture. All right, Saturday in Erie, Pennsylvania. Oh, Trumpy. He is miserable to be around. I mean, he's not good to be around on it. I mean, he's not fun to be around on a good day, but he's just miserable. And you know what? I think, do you know how if there's something potentially bad, but it's kind of hanging over you and the shoe hasn't dropped yet, and it's just this dread that just hangs over you, that's kind of what he's going through. And frankly, considering what he did to those children in Texas, I'm not against it, because this is him being potentially held accountable for his own actions. Legally, lawfully. And I am down for that. So, Hierophant, yeah, pay up, deadbeat. Hello, Lynott. Oh, Andrew D says, sadly, 45 will never learn or be remorseful of his actions. Oh, no. I didn't. No, I'm not even implying. He's still a raging narcissist. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles, fruits of labor or fruits of grifting. Page of Pentacles, those are the suckers who I thought he was a billionaire. Why does he need money from you? If he's a billionaire. If he's a billionaire, why doesn't he pay the $35,000 he owes Erie, Pennsylvania, and then whatever he owes them ahead of time? Why isn't he paying his bills? Why isn't he paying his own bills? High Priestess. 10 of Pentacles. It feels like, first of all, if they weren't going to pay, why did they set this up there, of all places? Honestly, this feels like somebody in the campaign or the entourage or something just being like, here's the money, just. But you can't tell Trump because he doesn't want to pay it. I wouldn't think they'd be allowed to do that, but you're supposed to have all this money. This is secretly allowing the dynasty to go forward. Let's see what I can find. So is he going to be in Erie, Pennsylvania? Trump going to give his rally in Erie, Pennsylvania? Going to pay up? Trump is distracted. They might be able to pay and without him going apoplectic because he's distracted. Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is what's hanging over his head. And you know whose fault that is, Donnie? Chariot. Fool. 3 of Swords. Ellen is saying, isn't that why 45 had his rallies at airports? Because he owes the city money for previous rallies? That's what I thought too. And it's why he was setting rallies up in like cornfields but I guess if he's really running for the presidency, he can't keep going out in the cornfields. So, Isaiah says, must be the imminent indictment hanging over his head, because that's all that's showing up. He's trying to campaign, but this is what's hanging over his head. He cannot concentrate. Cannot concentrate. Lana says he had his rallies at airports, small airports. Yeah, he said them in hangars and yeah. So all I'm getting is hang man. I wonder if it's going to be suspended or something just because he's reacting, perhaps. Reacting to being indicted. Queen of Wands, 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, aggressive law enforcement. He can go out there and the people around him who are kissing his rear end, throwing out all the conspiracy garbage. It's not going to stop this. See, that's the thing. The Jack Smith's grand jury meets today, Tuesday, and it meets on Thursday. It meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Jack Smith, they sent out the letter to Trump last week and said, hey, you've got this 4-day window. You can come in and talk to the grand jury if you'd like. And that's usually one of the last things they do. But Jack Smith is still gathering evidence, organizing people to come in, etc. Some people are saying, well, that means he's not going to indict right away. He's going to wait until he's got everything and got everything lined up. And other people are saying, no, he's got what he needs about Trump. He's got what he needs, and they can continue just crossing T's and dotting I's. So some people are saying, no, it'll be next week. All I know is I do find it curious that August 1st, the date I've been talking about, is a week from today, Tuesday. Full moon right on top of Donald's Pluto. And he's got bad aspects in his chart right now that are weakening his famous luck. So who knows? It could be with the Jack Smith thing. Maybe he's indicted today or indicted on Thursday, and he's arraigned next Tuesday. We'll see, but it's coming. And he is distracted. M. Kelpie says, doesn't he still owe Tulsa and El Paso? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. So, Darren says, Andre and another tarot reader think things will begin the first week of August. Well, things tend to come to a culmination at the full moon, but we'll see. All right. This week, is he going to be there or not? It doesn't even feel like if he's there that he's really there. It's almost like they just lead him somewhere and say, here, talk. And he's like, I'm furious, witch hunt, garbage, lies, fabrications, obfuscations, basic stupidity. And then he's like, okay, I've wound down. And they're like, okay, let's walk you somewhere else. That's kind of what it feels like. So, Susie Buckingham says, and Fonnie Willis said end of July, 1st of August. Okay, so talking about the consequences of your actions, aka you did this to yourself. Pundits are noting that the RNC is in a no-win situation with Trump. You think? If he wins the primary, they're stuck with him. If he doesn't, he will simply claim that this was another stolen election and the party may self-destruct. I'm seeing a win-win, but go on. Is there a chance that the Republican Party will make it through 2024 Trumpless and in one piece? So basically, what's going to happen to the Republican Party? Ooh, boy. Ellen, yes, I believe that is. It is possible, apparently, to join this channel and to gift memberships, which I did not realize. So, thank you. Thank you. People who've gifted if you've gifted membership, thank you. Okay. So Republicans are in a no-win situation with Trump. Are shocked, I tell you. Who would have thought? Who'd have thunk it? King of Swords. That would be a prosecutor. Oh, and McCarthy this week. Now they've upped the stakes. Now they're talking about impeaching Joe Biden. Of course they are. Distraction. And this one's pretty pathetic. Are they going to try it? Probably. They're going to do they're going to do anything to distract. Anything. Like, go ahead. King of Wands. He's just a man. And a pretty rotten one at that. 7 of Wands. On the defensive, there's the Star. 4 of Pentacles. Why are you backing this jerk? Okay. This is what I'm getting. This is the near future of the Republican Party. Trump is just a man. He's not special. He's not anything. He's a con man. He's pathetic. He is a raging narcissist. He's not worth your time, effort, money, what have you. He's also on the defensive. All right. You may think he has star power and that there's some group of MAGA who are Trump or nobody, but there aren't actually as many of those as you think there are. But sure, go ahead, believe that. He's draining the Republican Party dry because he's soaking up all the small donations. And last quarter, I believe is reported half of the money he raised went to legal fees. And state parties, Republican parties, different ones across the country are broke because of it. And this is 4 of Swords, which is not winning elections. The extremism, the cruelty, the stupidity, the lack of rights, trying to take people's rights away. It's all bad. You are in a bad situation of your own making. And just like any bad situation that anybody gets themselves into, the best way to deal with it is to come clean, do the right thing, and move on. Are they going to do that? Heck no. And thus they've done this to themselves. Okay. Ricky says he's taking them to the cleaners. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I have kind of a joke, kind of running sort of jokey kind of thing. Let me see if I can get better lighting here. No, that's horrible. Okay, turn that off. It just seemed a little dark. Okay. This is one of those things where I say things, I jokingly say, Lord, I know we don't talk often. And I jokingly say that because, one, I very much believe in the divine. I don't believe, I'm not Christian. That's just me. My family is. I'm not. And 2, I talk to, I try to communicate with the divine in my own way all the time. I'm constantly trying to draw down positive energy and spread positive energy. But this is definitely one of those days when I can joke, Lord, if you could see it within your heart, at, let's say, 1845. Oh, there's a Bailey. Boo. 1845. After the Michigan AG's charges against the fake electors, Raw Stories reporting that Ginni Thomas, her actions promoting the scheme may have crossed the line into criminality. Will Ginni Thomas face charges? That's very sweet of you, Ricky. Oh, wow. Oh, cherry bombs, thank you. Thank you. Ginni Thomas, really? Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Work, work, work. I mean, all you have to do is read her messages with Mark Meadows. This isn't some hidden thing. Cindy saying, yes, please. Four of Pentacles, Six of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. These aren't criminal cards, but they are putting this on the map that she was in the wrong. But these aren't criminal. These aren't justice, swords. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Good boy. How are you? Good boy. Look at this. Let the sun shine. Working, working, working again. Temperance. Oh. 10 of Pentacles. Do you know who I am? Lady, I don't know that you know who you are, because your delusions about who you are strong. And a legal decision, but this is minor arcana, so I'm not getting. Valerie Sargent says Thomas's emails tie the state's schemes together. I would think so too. And I'm not saying I'm getting something, but it's not strong. Maybe eventually, but Ginni Thomas. Future for Ginni Thomas. Happy birthday, Katie Arbuckle. Happy birthday. The Empress. Oh, she thinks she is all that. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 7 of Cups. Legal worry. She's in a position of weakness, but yeah, I'm not getting anything yet. We have to wait on Ginni Thomas. This is my not happy face. All right, let's move on to it's Sally Mount. Okay, you guys bring great questions. Sally Mount. Stellar question today. 2315. You know, Trump's having trouble finding lawyers. Why don't the Ultra-MAGA attorneys in the House or Senate step up to help Trump? Why aren't you helping? Why aren't you helping him? Why aren't you organizing things for him? Wouldn't it be an honor? Even part-time? But, oh, that's right. You're supposed to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You're supposed to be, as Ayn Rand called it, the virtue of selfishness. Seven of Swords. That would be the thief card. 1, they know he's guilty. Entertainment only YouTube, but Star. 4 of Swords. 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Queen of Wands. Ace of Swords. Oh yeah, he's the big name right now. But he's toast and they know it. There's no point getting involved with Trump's legal fights because he's going to lose and lose and lose and be held accountable for his own actions based on evidence that everybody's already seen, that's already been in the public, let alone the stuff that's going to come out we haven't seen yet. So this group of these far right people, yeah, we'll be over here distracting. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. McCarthy came out and said that they're going to be impeaching Joe Biden. Look into impeaching Joe Biden. Yes, deflection, distraction. And it's funny that he said that, because I was reminded as on the news when they were going over all the heinous things Trump did, the number of times he said, you don't have to do something, you just have to say you're going to do it and we'll take care of the rest. There you go. So yeah, they're not going to help him. Not happening. 2615B Smith had a question. 26, I should make it 2625. B. Smith asks, well, with the plethora of indictments 45 is facing, yeah, I told you there are good days ahead. Will the 2024 election become a referendum on the rule of law? Yes, but I don't know that it's necessarily going to be about Trump. It'll be about human rights. Human rights. Corruption in general, but human rights. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles. This is all of the legal stuff. I mean, these are two knights here. This is the, these are the Republicans in the far right. This is aggressive law enforcement. And they're clashing over somebody really having sleepless nights, and my money's on it's these Republicans, because they end up very weak over here afterwards. So referendum on the rule of law, yeah. And with this aggressive law enforcement, it's what it feels like. I don't think it's just Trump though. It's the number of cases, and we saw what we saw. And I get they're going to indict members of Congress is what it feels like. I know it seems impossible at the moment, doesn't it? They could get away with so much for so long. But when the indictments come out, the news is going to be indictments, video of that person and what they did that day, what they did the day before, what they said, words out of their own mouths. That's going to matter. And Nine of Swords. So Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, Eight of Swords, Four of Wands. See, the thing I'm liking about this, these are Democrats. This is the beginning of a major legal and somewhat political action, holding people accountable. It's going to be based on messages. And Mar-a-Lago, being hemmed in, people who are part of this world arraigned, confined in some way. I'm not saying prison, but confined in some way. Hi. Oh, you are a good boy. There you go. Hi. How's things? How's the kitty? How is the kitty? No. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he's the Bailey Boo. He's the Bailey Boo. Now he's looking for things to play with. You know, there's nothing under there, dear. Nothing under there, sweetheart. You're so good. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, somebody's tired. Hi. Tell you what, let's put you down like a parrot. Oh, sorry, kitty butt. Sorry. Come here. Oh, are you? Oh. Ah. Okay. All right. Who to putty tat? BBZK, Boo Boo Zen Kitty. Bailey Boo. His official name is Bailey, but Bailey Boo Boo Zen Kitty. Okay, all right. So, all right. So we took care of that, and thank you for being here. 3220. Oh, I've got the emergency. I've got the extra live stream all set up. As soon as indictments come down, I've got an extra live stream set up if I'm not already live. I've got a cover made. I just have to change the date and the time, and I will be here, guaranteed. You can bank on it. I will be here. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. Okay, at 33 minutes in. So the DOJ has issued a warning to Jim Jordan to not distort the findings of the Hunter Biden prosecutor, knowing that Jordan and his ilk like to twist things to make alternative facts. Will he listen? Will there be consequences if he doesn't? And will Jordan listen? They're not dealing in reality. They're dealing on what they're making up. Julie M. asks, will Sarah get some screen time or is she at work? I don't know. It's up to her. So, Felder says, I'll be with you. Excellent. Ricky has Jiffy popcorn ready. When the indictments come, yes. All right, Jim Jordan, listen, impossible, says Cherry Bomb. I agree. But let's see. That would be the actual evidence, the reality, Jordan's not big on that. Jim Jordan, the Republican, Macy isn't like take off his robe so he's in his shirt. Doing the bidding of Mar-a-Lago and the far right to distract, deflect. Tower's coming. Tower's coming for multiple people. And it's not it's not Joe Biden or Hunter Biden. Tower's coming. And they think that if they just say loudly enough, oh, this is being investigated. Oh, we're going to impeach Biden. Oh, we're going to do this. Oh, the evidence is We just have to get this one piece of evidence, and it's all going to come to. This has been going on for years. The Hunter Biden laptop, which isn't a laptop, which doesn't exist, which was a hard drive that Rudy Giuliani carried back from Ukraine that he bought from the Russians for $5 million. That has been there. The whole Paul McIsaac thing and the whole the guy who ran the Mac shop, the repair shop in Delaware, that whole thing has literally been going on for years, plural. It's going nowhere. There is no other evidence. The whole thing is fake. Well, except some of the photographs and things, because the Russians hacked Hunter Biden's phone and got a bunch of photos. Yes, precious. You're very tired. You're very tired. So actually, I think I'm going to give you a little treat stick. Here, I'll give you a treat stick, and then you'll be happier because you are the good boy. Because you are the good boy. All right, hang on. So, oh, jeez, this is probably really loud. Hang on one second. There we go. So now we break off is a bit of treat. And oh, we have a kitty. And we put it right on the edge here. Hey. Let me give him a little something to do by putting a bunch of them on the edge. So you can see. He's so sweet. So anyway. Oh, thank you for hitting the like. Thank you, Earth Yogi. Elizabeth M says that was the call the kitty sound that brings my guys from across the house. I believe it. I believe it, Elizabeth M. There we go. We've got some more. There are more there for a kitty. There you go. There you go. Whoops. There you go. All right. So he's got that. So hopefully he will not be crying. All right. 38 minutes in. Yeah, Jordan's a waste of space. 38:10. Speaking of the Hunter Biden garbage, one issue the House GOP seems to have in the Hunter Biden investigation is that their witnesses keep ghosting them. How surprising. Really? Is this a case of someone actually ignoring a subpoena, or do some of these people not exist? Man. Oh, thank you, James. Oh, who just... Elizabeth M. said because they're ghosts. Woo! Visualize 70 says Sheba because Boo Boo's and Kitty's worth it. Oh, that's the wet food he gets in the evening. There's more. Yes, there's more. Hi. Here, let me move the microphone. So then you could go get some more. Right here. Back over here. Hey, back over here. Back over here. Oops. You're just a little sweetie. You're just a little sweetie. Yes, you are. He's a good boy. There you go. You had some treats. There you go, sweetheart. He's a good boy. You happier now? A little something to eat. Are you a happier kitten now? Soft little kitty. Precious. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so they keep ghosting. Yeah. Card on the bottom of the deck. Again, tower. Oh, kitty approved. Yes, kitty approved. Kitty approved tower. Good boy. Let's see what I've got here. Chariot, Ace of Swords, High Priestess, Six of Cups, and Two of Swords. Keep ghosting them. So the witnesses to the all the corruption, the Biden corruption, keep them secret, keep them safe. It's nonsense. Yes, it is. A bunch of friends of the the right wing. That's all it is. And some people who know that there's going to be scrutiny, and they're like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to embarrass myself on a national stage like that. Well, and then there's the guy that is on the run, who's literally an arms dealer on the run. And if you go and Hal Sparks went through one of the speeches. Hi, that guy had given, who's supposed to be this amazing witness. The guy is such a Chinese spy. Like holy buckets, he's a Chinese spy. So he's so precious. You're so good. No, it wasn't Lev Parnas. It was there was another one. He's literally he's on the run because he's been charged with arms dealing. Yes, arms dealing. All right, now you're tired. All right, can we go? Can we rest now? Can the good kitty rest now? Precious, come on. Oh, he's a good boy. Gotcha. Get some rest. All right. Hopefully we can do this now. Okay. So it's just it's bunk. It is bunk from beginning to end. Teresa Ford says, has a nice nap to digest snacky. Yes. Not says, he says, is mommy's baby. Yes. Julie says, he looks like a white cat who got into the caramel sauce. Oh, Gal Luft. That was it, Janelle. Thank you. Yes. And lucky girl, Gal Luft. Thank you. All right. Let's move on. At 44 minutes in, McCarthy. What a load of bunk. And I said earlier, this week, as we're on indictment watch, and once indictments fall, just wait. They on the right, guaranteed they'll end. We're voting to impeach Biden. We're throwing up whatever distraction they can possibly think of. Good luck. So McCarthy's teasing that Congress is ready to impeach Biden. Based on what? Based on what? A bribe, really? And when did this money come in? Oh, you mean Hunter Biden got paid back in 2017? 2018, something like that, when Joe Biden had left the vice presidency and was saying he was not going to run again. It was a bribe, huh? For what? McCarthy's teasing that Congress is ready to impeach Biden and compared Biden several times to Nixon for his weaponization of government. Will this get any traction? Well, you know what Trump said, I love the uneducated. Oh yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Let's distract. Let's do the Republican playbook. Three of Cups, Queen of Cups, Four of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Cups. I am feeling a lovely wave. I mean, wave of embarrassment. Their embarrassment rolling through. Because how is it going to look if Jack Smith comes down with indictments of congresspeople, including a number of these jerks? And then you're going to, we're going to impeach. Really? Grand jury said there's enough evidence. So there are good days ahead. This is good. This is their garbage. It's not going anywhere. But the tables are about to shift. And there is evidence. So, McCarthy, because nice try. Whoo, boy. Man, okay. Okay, moving on to you. Perhaps you recall at 4750. Perhaps you recall, I know, it'll be hard to remember, that DeSantis has been a bad boss. I know. It's really, gosh, I'll have to think back to see when did that happen? DeSantis has been such a bad boss that disgruntled former staffers have formed a support group. Look, I know I have a very small business, and I'm not even big enough to have formal employees. But if my former employees had to form a support group for having worked for me, I would be mortified. I would be horrified. I would just, what can I do to make things right? Oh my gosh. Okay, will something legal toward DeSantis come up from these meetings? There's a support group for DeSantis's former staff members. Wheel of Fortune. I keep getting cards, and I've been getting this for a while. Things are going to shift. I'm not saying everything's going upside down and chaos. No. But the way things have been, it is about to go. And it's enough that you're like, wow, things are not the same now. In government, in who did what, in people being held accountable, there's a big fated shift coming. Justice, death card, lovers. All right, DeSantis, What the heck did you do? I just pulled 3 cards and a card for the reading. They are all major arcana. They're all heinous. And as a matter of fact, didn't the Petty Boots Club on Sunday night, didn't they get that DeSantis is going to get hit with some kind of discrimination suit? Or woman treated badly in the workplace or something, because I've got some kind of politically deadly legal action, and the lovers would be harassment or I don't know what, but DeSantis, what the heck did you do? It's bad. I may be seriously lacking in imagination on how bad whatever he did was. He's so heinous. Okay. Dave says, when your employees form a support group, you are horrible. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's big trouble coming for him. Okay, apparently there's talk 5130. Honestly, 5130. Honestly, Cherry Bomb and others who've been asking about MTG being censored. Yeah, I don't. But who cares? I mean, I thank you for asking the question. But as far as like her getting, let's say she does get censured, so it's not going to change how she acts. There's no 3 strikes and you're out of office. And her constituents, they know she's obnoxious and she breaks rules and she's a sadistic blankety blank. And when I say sadistic, I'm not exaggerating. That's what I pick up from her. Yeah. Chair Bomb says, no, I know she's awful. Yeah. Valerie Sargent said she's going to continue. Isaiah says censured is not going to be enough for her. Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth, then we'll talk about that definitely. But MTG getting censured, it's a badge of honor for her. It really is. Bring it. She's like, bring it. Gets me attention. I can play the victim, but I'm not the victim because she's a sadist. King of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. Yep, plans for more. King of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. This feels like because she's one of the first things she ever did in Congress was put forth a bill for the impeachment of Joe Biden. It's the first thing she did back in 2021, January. And she's still going to push for that, but you just don't have evidence, whatever. She's not going to stop. She's not going to stop until she is stopped by law enforcement. She's just going to keep going. Expect nothing better from her, unfortunately. Okay. This was in the news this morning at 54:15. Phoenix, Arizona. I lived there back end of 1999, all of 2000 and part of 2001, I believe. When I lived there, I can understand some people like the beauty of it. It definitely has its very own aesthetic. It's got some beautiful parts of the city. Great people. But since I'm from Chicago, there was a part of me that always was like, it's a lovely city, but nobody should be living here. There should be nothing here but scorpions and roadrunners, and that's it. There shouldn't be a city here. Everybody has to filter their water. You cannot drink or cook with the tap water. It was awful. The heat would leave me woozy. You would get in your car, and in other than a few months of the year, you'd get in your car, and we had a new car, and we'd have to get in and start pushing the upholstery. You know how you get the upholstery like up the A-pillars and then on the ceiling? The glue would melt and it would start hanging down, and we'd have to get in and immediately start pushing it back up into place and turn on the AC, and then it would reset. So that's my feeling, and I thought, well, that's just me. I know some people love it. That's great. Okay. To each their own. There's an article this morning. Is Phoenix America's first unlivable city? In Phoenix, they're having to ration air conditioning. Oh, gosh. And a British climatologist has declared it the developed world's first uninhabitable city without air conditioning. And in most of the homes in the UK I went into, they don't have air conditioning. So they're not like air conditioning gung ho like we are. In large parts of the US this summer, climate change driven heat domes are making the pavement so hot that when people pass out and come in contact with the pavement, they end up in the hospital with second and third degree burns. Multiple hospitals report their burn units are near capacity. Phoenix. Visualize 70 says that sounds brutal. Elector Storm says if Phoenix is that bad, how did they become a city? Because it wasn't always that bad. I mean, it was always crazy hot in the summers. But it was a getaway from. It was a just small town like on the way, and there are some. I mean, if you go out to Scottsdale to the various. I wouldn't say clubs, but even like restaurants and stuff. They have pictures on the wall of celebrities, movie stars from back in the 30s and 40s and 50s who would come out to the desert to relax and then go home. But it's built and built and built. So, page of wands. You've gotten the message. Climate change. It's not funsies. Oh, I have to get this. Forgive me. I will be back. I apologize. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry. That was a delivery. It was a prescription delivery. I did not expect this early. Sorry. I could not let that go. So sorry. Okay, time stamping. Phoenix. We're back at part 2 is at 101. 101. Part 2. All right, so Phoenix. Oof. Thank you. Well, we've gotten the message. There's a messenger about climate change. It's not a joke. 2 of Wands, again, communication. 6 of Swords, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, for those of you who know some tarot, which is most of you, but I know some people are just, and that's fine, if you were going to read on a city, the future of a city, and it was going to be a bustling metropolis, it was going to be wonderful, what kind of cards do you think you'd get? You'd get Major Arcana. You'd get things like the Empress, which is all about bounty. You'd get, what else? What do you think you'd get? Could be things like the Star, which is hope, and the Chariot could be a big move forward. So he says, not those cards. Yeah, that's Elizabeth says Temperance, the Star, good, hopeful, wholesome cards. Yeah, Azalea, it's not this. This is Minor Arcana. This is people leaving for water. This is pages and more right-wing laws coming in. More, what I'm coming up with draconian laws about how to survive there. So he says there's lots of empty space in those cards. Yep. Elizabeth M., Minor Arcana and a slow death disaster. Yep. So I wish I had better news. So Thunderbell, the 3 of Cups. Yeah, that would be great. Tourism, celebration. 4 of Wands, celebrations, weddings. Not that. Betty Cantrell says, don't see any homes in those cards. Yeah. That's sad. But, it just makes... If you look at a map you have the U.S. and then you have Canada above it. If you draw a line across just north of the western, from your perspective, it would be the western part of yes, this is the west, that's the east. If you draw that line just north of that line across the northern part of the continental U.S., and you draw it straight across through Canada back into the U.S., I learned the other day about 30% of Canada's population lives under or around that line. And we know that there are huge swaths up here that are, they've been hard to live in. They've been, there are whatever reasons. But I don't see at the rate we're going any alternative, but people who are living in the South, who are living certainly the closer you get to the equator and having to move north. I mean, it's getting hotter and hotter in Chicago. And I just imagine it's that land in central Canada is probably going to look a lot better and better and better. I bet you can't trust is Alaska. Yeah. So, whew. Karen B says tons and tons of mosquitoes in northern Canada. Oh, I'm certain there are good reasons why they don't have a huge population up there. But, man. Okay. So, let me have a quick look here. All right, so actually that, I'm going to move these to tomorrow, and that is going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And like I said, the minute we hear about the indictments, the minute we hear about just anything like that, I'll be here. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, guaranteed. All right? It'll take me, 5-10 minutes, and boom, I'll be on. All right, and we can watch the news together. I won't be able to monetize the live stream, but that's okay, because we're going to go through this together. All right, so hang in there. This week or next week, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be, they're good days ahead. You are not alone. We are in this together. And it's 1:08 p.m. here in Chicago at 3 o'clock. I'll be over on the Creative Friends channel. You're always welcome. And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow, unless I have reason to come on early. All right, so hang in there, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Take care.